a little bit. Microphone is on. Okay. All right. And now I turned the lights down too low. Need a little bit of light. Got to be able to see some stuff here. All right. I am having fun with the microphone here. Just give me a second. Seeing what color I like. And all right. Just make sure I don't touch the mute button. Anyways, I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to my channel, Intuitive Envisions 1111. I'm Raquel. So I'll be getting the person on your mind today. This is collective. I also will be offering personals. So if you guys are interested in personals, um, personals are for donations to my Cash App only or my PayPal email. So if you're just wanting to support the channel, you can support the channel anyway. Like if you wanted to send a super chat, but for the readings, it is for Cash App or PayPal only. Okay. Sorry, I'm like, my head is not straight. I couldn't really see myself at the beginning when I was starting, so I'm like, what the heck? It had like a new format going on. I'm like, what's going on? Let me get comfortable in my chair. All right, and my little fan under the desk. I want to make sure I don't knock it over. Okay, I think we're getting ready to get started. If you guys are new, again, welcome. And if you want to be notified of my latest videos, just make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell as well so you know when I get those videos in live. I think there's a video posting right now. It was uploading super slow for whatever reason, and it's probably going on right now. So you'll have another video to watch after this if you guys are looking for another collective message. Okay. Just to let you guys also know, I do have other social media channels as well that I do post different content on. So if you guys want to check that out, um, I have TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Okay. So again, if you're looking for a personal reading, personal readings are for donations only to my cat shop. Sorry. I had some chips before I started and they're there. They're there bothering me. I guess there's some little remnants. Anyways, everything you need to know will be listed below the video description, okay, where it says more. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this collective reading for the person on your mind. Now, keep in mind again, this part is general. So if you're wanting something more specific, personal, that is for donations only to my Cash App or my email, PayPal, that is below. All right, so let's just try to see what's going on with the person on your mind first. Let's try to tap into that energy. Where is my other deck here? Let's see what's going on with your person. Like, what's going on in their mind space. This is my Mystery House Oracle. All of my oracles are available below in the video description as well. And any other tarot cards or oracles I use that are not mine, I'll let you guys know what it is, but it will be listed below after the live, okay? So let's see what is happening with the person on your mind. Let's see what's going on with them. And let's also see who is the person coming through. What's three things that's on the person on your mind, and then I'll get a collective message as well. All right, one more time. So we got masquerade, sexual fantasies. Okay. So right now on your person mind, they could be hiding this, that they're having a lot of like sexual fantasies. They're thinking about it. Some of them could be like going, thinking about like a masquerade party vibe. So this is on their mind, their sexual fantasies. So we do have that. We'll see what that has to do with. Let's see if this has to do with you or just in general. It could be just, you know, they're fantasizing. Maybe they, flashing back on times, or who knows? Maybe they're watching stuff online. Who knows? All right. And then we have midnight, nighttime intuition. So they're also thinking about stuff that happened at night, maybe around midnight, where they were having all these fantasies. And maybe they were really in tune with their intuition. They could also be, if they're thinking about you, there could be wondering if you are tuned in to this energy. Okay. There's something about midnight. So there could be someone that is thinking about this person in your mind, could be thinking of pulling up around midnight to fulfill their fantasies. So just keep that in mind too, if that's not something you're interested in. And then my throat keeps wanting to close up. Horror fest, watching movies, binging. Yeah, I feel like this person is thinking about how they possibly stood in the shadows because they're binging on this. So they're watching this and they could be horrified about what they did or didn't do in the past. And they are repeating this with the binging thing. So they are like going after one fantasy towards the next. Like they're thinking about all the stuff that maybe took place in the night or having to do with their intuition when it came to sexual fantasies. Now, if they're having regrets, they could be regretting that they didn't follow their intuition, that there was a lot of stuff, that they wanted to fulfill and they didn't. Okay. So let's just see what this has to do with. And then let's also see who is this person coming through. What energy is this person in right now? This is my history oracle, past, present, future, divine masculine. So let's just see. Give me 3 personality traits for this person coming through. All right. So we got Hennessy, likes hard liquor. So this person could really like to drink Hennessy or some type of cognac or brandy or some other form of hard liquor. Okay, so that their thing. So they could be drinking, and it could be bringing up the memories of the past. Okay, some of them are definitely watching movies or they're thinking about it. They're thinking about watching movies with their having to do with their sexual fantasies and they're drinking, so they're thinking about this. So they may be thinking about watching some movies at nighttime, having a couple of drinks, and then engaging that. So if they're not actually watching movies, that's what they're thinking about, maybe how that maybe that happened in the past between the two of you guys. I don't know, but that's what's kind of coming through. All right. And then we have sacrifice. So this person also may had to make some type of sacrifice. Maybe they had to give up liquor, maybe they had to give up their fantasies, and now they're just thinking and binging over and over, standing in the shadows, thinking about like, why didn't I follow my intuition? There's definitely something about the night. So I'm getting here, this person also could be going through like the dark night of the soul, type of energy over what they should have done, but they didn't do. And then we have Mr. Gadget, investigating, not sure of what your motives are. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this person could be thinking about trying to figure out what your motives are. This came up recently. Some of the energy has been repeating, but like slightly different stories. But this person really likes to be in their head too. Okay. They like to really look at something, try to see like what your motives are. Like, what am I, going to get out of this? Am I going to have to give up something? Am I going to have to sacrifice something? Am I going to have to give up my fantasies if this is what they're thinking about? Am I going to have to give up drinking? or watching movies. Maybe some of you guys don't like it if they watch like, adult movies online. Maybe some of them, they watch a lot of that stuff online and they feel like they got to give that up and they don't want to. I don't know. I'm getting a different message that's coming through. So let's just see. Let's see. Let's get some tarot to figure out what's going on here with this person coming through. It's actually pretty entertaining. I love when it start making me laugh and I can't stop laughing because it's freaking hysterical. All right. So in their mind, they're having sexual fantasies about something that they're binging on. All right. Who or what are these sexual fantasies about? If you guys are just joining, this is a collective reading. If you guys are interested in a personals are for donations to my Cash App or a PayPal email only. Okay. And the information is below the video description if you guys want a personal while I'm on the live. All right. So, what do they have in sexual fantasies about? Ooh, look at that. That's all sexual. King of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So they're thinking about exactly what the card says. They're thinking about taking action. And I'm also getting that they're super attracted. They're very attracted to the thought of fulfilling their fantasies of the past. Something that they used to do maybe in the nighttime, because remember, they're kind of like watching movies and they're binging, they're kind of standing in the shadows and they're looking to see like maybe what's going on with you or why your energy coming up for them, and they're trying to figure it out. Okay, and they're just not sure. So definitely King of Wands. So they're thinking about doing stuff. That's what's going on. That's what their thoughts are about. All right, so what's midnight card telling them? What's the midnight card? Is it nighttime or their intuition? What is this? Six of Pentacles. I feel like their intuition is telling them that they do need to give to this, okay? They do need to make some type of exchange. Now, if they're thinking about what happened at midnight, they could be thinking about how everything was very balanced, very equal between the two of you guys, or a certain situation maybe having to do with their money. But they're definitely thinking sexual fantasies. Some of them could be this, like I said, this Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, or they're just in that energy, okay? Whoever it is, whatever sign it is, that could just be an extra thing. So let me find out. Let's get one more card for what this exchange was. Yeah, of communication. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So I feel like there is something here telling them that they need to make some type of exchange, that they need to balance out some type of communication or plan something. And they feel like if they if they were really cold to you in the past, they could be thinking about that's why they are only thinking about you or thinking about something, is because they didn't actually balance out. They didn't actually make that exchange. They didn't follow their intuition to do what they needed to do, which meant to plan something or communicate something here. All right, so let's see what they're binging on, because this is all in their thoughts right now. All right, what are they watching movies and binging over? Four of Wands. So something in the home or in your home. It could also be about stability or coming into union. I really feel like, okay, there's two men coming here. So they could be thinking about another masculine that maybe they didn't follow their intuition and they have regrets. Maybe they got advice from somebody, okay, and they told them to do something, because I'm seeing two males here. So either it could be like a same sex relationship, or it could be just two men, that one is very fiery and then another one is logical in the way of they think, okay, and plan. And others is a little bit works more off of their passion. But it feels like they're thinking about a lot of stuff, maybe some type of, because it is a horror fest card, this the shadows of what's going on in a home situation, what's going on in a foundation. Um, so let me just see. Why is the Four of Wands here of what they're watching over and over about this home situation? King of Cups. All right. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. So now we've got three kings here. We have three kings here. So I do feel like either the person on your mind has several different people that they connect with. Okay, let's just say, for example, it's other men. You can just take it out resonates because the energy can be male or female. There's a lot of people that was involved here, or there's three people involved, or this could be just the masculine in all of these energies. So maybe he's about to um go into the emperor mode, full emperor, because all we need is one more king and then it will be all of the kings, because that's what the emperor embodies. So I do feel like there is some type of exchange going on, or he's thinking about, some of them could actually be watching movies like they're at home talking about all their fantasies, or or he's thinking about it because it is in his mind. So he either thinking about saying it or he's thinking about what already took place in his home. And he may have discussed this with other people. And other, maybe somebody said, well, why don't you go after what you really fantasizing after? And this masculine is like, but I'm not really sure what your motives are, or vice versa. One of the others could have said that, okay? But they were like, well, instead of you just keep on talking about this stuff over and over, maybe you need to, get in control of your emotions, express your emotions, stop hiding your emotions about, what you really are after. So there's a lot of thoughts in here with this masculine. So this masculine is thinking about communicating. This masculine is thinking about taking action towards his sexual fantasies. This masculine is thinking about offering emotions in home and making something, maybe even watching a movie with you at home. Okay, he could be thinking about that as well. Or what you guys used to do. Maybe you guys used to do this in the past, and that's what he's thinking about. Okay, so let's see how this masculine is currently feeling about you. So those were the thoughts in his head. I'm going to put these cards back just in case they come back out again. And yeah, yeah, there's something about the past. Something about the past is coming through. And again, if you guys are new, just coming in, this is a collective reading. If you're wanting something personal, personals are for donations only to my Cash App or my PayPal email. Okay, you can always book a personal reading. Also, you guys, um, on my site, where it's a little bit more private. You can do text message readings, phone readings, regular video readings, which are private, or you can do Zoom readings face to face. And I also record it for you so you have it after. So, other than that, that is the way to get personals, is either through the live, the information is below, or on my site. All right, so let's just see how this masculine is currently feeling about you, the person on your mind. And also, if you guys are new, this resonates for you, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of my latest videos when I go live. All right. How this masculine is currently feeling about you. Victory. Hmm. Number 28. That could be significant. So he could be thinking that maybe you're getting a lot of attention. He could be thinking maybe you won in some situation with the victory card here. Um, but he feels like something was successful or he wants a victory. Okay. Either he wants a victory with you, maybe to recognize you, maybe before this masculine didn't recognize you, didn't recognize your worth or your value, or even tell friends or family about how they felt about you, how they wanted to be with you, anything like that, is what I'm getting. All right, so let's see what all of this is meaning. All right, what is this victory energy, how the masculine is feeling about you? King of Swords. It feels like he wants to plan some type of victory, because this is a planner and this is also somebody, that is going to communicate, but he can come off a little bit cold. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So he might even feel like something was, either he wants something successful or he feels like something was successful. So let me just get some more here. Give me 3 cards for the King of Swords of this victory. I feel like he wants to plan a victory. That's what I'm getting, because he's looking at it. When I'm sitting here looking at the cards here. So give me 3 cards. Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing ambulance and sirens and things in the background. Oh my God, look at that. The Sun and the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Oh my God, that's 3 major arcanas. So I feel like this masculine, it's almost like he would like to have a do-over. That's what I'm hearing. Because the Magician card is here. It's like he wants to manifest something. Like he wants to use everything he has to get the wheels turning towards happiness, towards success, illumination. The Sun is the masculine energy. So I do feel like he may have felt like he hasn't been happy um since you guys maybe last talk or fell out or been out of some type of some type of communication of some type of way. And he may be wanting to like change that, like get things going and make things go forward towards some type of success. That's what I'm getting. All right. Let's see. What would that all mean? Um, let's get some messages. I'm gonna use this and this one. These cards are called the Gilded Tarot, and this is called the Energy Oracle. So Gilded Tarot, Energy Oracle. I'll have those listed up a little after the live. So I didn't get the chance to list it beforehand because it was already taking a long time up to upload for whatever reason. All right, so let's see. Let's get some more about this masculine's feelings. More about this masculine feelings. These cards are super hard to shuffle, but I'm going to try to shuffle them anyways. All right. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So he could either be telling himself that, maybe he's placing his focus on other people And that's what stopped you guys from having a victory. Maybe that's what he's coming to some type of conclusion about. Or he's just saying it's time for him to focus on himself right now instead of focusing on others, and just focus on his own success, his own happiness, whatever that is. Okay. Maybe he's trying to, manifest, some type of plans or some type of change or money, something like that. Okay. But it feels like it is that step back energy is giving me the vibe of the do over again. Like he's thinking about it. Like maybe he should have, maybe he's already had the time and that's what he's thinking about. All right. So let's see what's the next one. It says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. See, love conquers and transforms all things. So the Wheel of Fortune is coming up in the past position. So I feel like this is what happened in the past. And he's wishing that he could have done things differently. And he took a step back from you because he felt that it was important to spend time alone instead of focusing on somebody else, meaning focusing on a relationship with somebody. He focused on giving to himself. And that maybe gave you the impression that he came off like the King of Swords, which is very cold and not communicating, not wanting to plan with you, is because that's where he was. So right now, he's in undergoing some type of major transformation here. And the relationship is about to deepen. It's about to change into a positive because the sun card is, whoops, the sun card is right here. I don't want to mess this up by picking it up again, but the sun card is here. So that's kind of what's going on. And then we have here with the magician, it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So I feel like this is something that's manifesting. Like he's trying to figure out like what's the right or wrong way to possibly manifest a victory or make some type of plans. But I feel like the universe is trying to tell him that there's really no right or wrong way that you can do this. Like it will be successful. Like if he steps up and he communicates and makes some plan, but it's like he's trying to figure out which way should I do it? Which way should I not do it? And they're trying to say like it doesn't really matter. Okay. And he could also be telling you too that maybe he blamed you when it comes to like the heart. It says is there's no right or wrong. Every choice you makes or you make expands your understanding of life and love. So he could be understanding too that maybe choices that you made in regards to him had to be a life choice, even though you loved him, but he wasn't in the right particular space at the time that you were in the past, okay? But now he's thinking about going forward and making some type of victory. So let's just get a few more messages here. And then I think I'm going to wrap this up. This is my his situations messages from the divine masculine. If you guys are wanting a personal while I'm still on the live, the information is below. It is only to my Cash App or my email, and that information again is below. I do lives also on TikTok, you guys, just so you know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go on there today or not. I may, I may or may not, but I do lives on there too. So over there, it's been kind of weird lately. So I don't know how much longer I'll be on there, but we'll see, or how long they'll be up. Because remember, they're still technically banned, and things could change any moment, as you see. All right. So, what does this masculine want to say to you at this time? What does this masculine coming through um, want to say to you? I smile when I remember how you wanted nothing to do with me when we first met. Okay, This masculine coming through is definitely thinking about the past. And he's thinking about how it took effort for him to even get you to be interested in him. And in the past, he wasn't in the right place to make time for you. He was focused solely on himself. He needed to take a step back from this connection in order for him to do that for whatever reason. Maybe he wanted to focus on money. Okay. But it did result in a change with you guys. And it feels like he came to some type of conclusion that he isn't fulfilled, like he isn't completely happy. And that's what's transforming him. The illumination about his happiness or how he was happy. Because remember, I smile when I remember how you wanted nothing to do with me when we first met. That's the sun's energy, the smile. So in the present, he's thinking about this. He's thinking about the happiness you provided. He's thinking about how he wasn't in a good place. And he's thinking about possibly manifesting something, but he don't know if it's going to be right or wrong how he does it, how he, manifests this connection back. And it says, I don't know if I believe in soulmates or twin flames, but if I do, you are my twin flame. See, I'm telling you, this is after our time away from you. Knowing that this connection is super special, super different. Even if this masculine doesn't even believe in like soulmates or twin flames or even know what it is, maybe he does now with the sun here, he could have some illumination, but he knows that you are different, okay? You're a different person. And it says, I wonder if your feelings for me are the same. See? I wonder if your feelings for me are the same. I know now that you're my person. And I kind of knew it when we first met, but at a certain point in our connection in the past, I was not in a good space to even open up myself fully to this connection. I needed time to focus on myself. But now I'm not sure what is a right or wrong, what will be right or wrong if I approach you, or if you're going to see, or if you're going to be seeing like, oh no, this is not right for me, or this is wrong for me. Like there's an indecision is what I'm getting here. All right. Let me just ask, why wasn't this masculine in a good place in the past? I think I'm going to just leave it there too. All right. This is my quartz oracle, also available below. Why wasn't this masculine in a good place? And then I'll give you guys an advice. Why wasn't this masculine in a good space in the past to recognize all these things that this masculine is recognizing now? Why wasn't he in a good space to see all these things that he is now seeing? Hi. I'm trying to see her name. It's kind of tiny with the little font over here. I'm going to read your name from over here. This is easier for me because it's so far away. As I say that, and my eyes feel blurry from looking in this light. Um, what does it say? It's kind of hard. Brescia? I feel like I'm going to say your name wrong. I feel like I always get hard names and then I chicken out and don't want to say it. Let's just say, I think it's like Brie. So if you're wanting a personal, personals are for donations to my Cash App only or to my PayPal email. And the information is right below the video description. And that's how you can get personal questions, unless you're just asking a general question. But if it's like personal questions, yeah, that's the way to get it. It just depends on which one you get. They start at like $2 on up to $22 donation. It just depends on what plan you want. If you just wanting a one card pull, like a message card, like what I just was having, like one of these, that's a $2 donation to my Cash App or PayPal email only. And the rest is here. Let me just hold the side. Makes it easier than me trying to say it. Let me just hold the side up. Hopefully you can see that. Let me turn the light a little bit away. You could take a screenshot or you could just like pause the video and then resume it and catch up. That would be also easy if you can't see it. Let me see what this says. But you can do like the one card pool, like if you want to send like the $2 like for Cash App or PayPal, you can just do the one card pull so you can either get one message card or I can pull a um advice card. So it'll be like a one card pull. Yeah, the questions are for yes or no question is $5 donation to my Cash App or PayPal email address. All right, so let's just go ahead and see if what kind of space was he in where he didn't approach you guys for the collective. Let's see. No problem. All right, so let's see. What kind of space was he in? Okay, so for some of them, they were okay, all right. They were dealing with a bad parent, or they could have been the bad parent. It says always put their own needs before children's needs. So they could have been in a space where they were the bad parent, or they were dealing with a bad parent that was putting their own needs above children. And this person was like a diabolical, evil person. They were not good. Like they were a really, really bad person. And then what else we got here? Yeah. See, they play mind games. So they were not in a good space in the past because they were dealing with a bad parent that was like a really evil person that played a lot of mind games. Okay. Now, again, some of them, this could have been them. They might not have just been in a good spot. And maybe they felt like a bad parent that would make them evil. Maybe they saw you as the evil person. But a lot of them, I feel like they were dealing with a bad parent that was super evil, and they played a lot of mind games. Now my nose is itching. I mean, somebody's probably talking about you. That's probably going to come through. All right. So what was, that was it. Yeah. All right. So now I'm just going to get you guys advice uh, when in dealing with this person. Let's see what comes through. All right. What's your advice when dealing with this person? Angel of balance. So this is kind of like a patience energy. Like, see how she's holding that water very carefully? So I feel like they want you to just have patience or balance things out between either between the two of you guys or balance out your energy. It's giving me like temperance vibes, okay? But more of it just feels like just be careful, and maybe this person may approach you and they may feel that you're going to be cold to them because maybe they were cold to you in the past, and maybe they played mind games. Um, they were focused on their self. So it feels like they want you to just be like in a very delicate energy and balance things out. Um, Number 48 could be significant. That's also 12. So let's see what that is. Yeah, door to romance. So I feel like they're telling you to be really patient and delicate when it comes to love and the romance. Um, and with the water energy, definitely, use your intuition. I feel like you can balance out this energy either within yourself or with this person. Maybe some of you guys have like psychic abilities where you can send a person healing to let them know that there's really no right or wrong way to approach me. All you have to do is approach me and just have a conversation and be truthful and honest about actually what you're feeling, about the past, how you weren't in a good headspace, but now you have this illumination about everything and just have the courage to step up. Really, that's really what I'm getting here as far as the advice. But they are telling you to be like really patient and delicate when it comes to this door of romance. And it is a master number. So we have number 33. That could be significant as well. And it says financial constraints with a woman holding a coin and a man holding a heart. Okay. So I feel like they could be telling you that it may not even be money. Maybe some of them do have financial constraints. Okay. But maybe that's the reason why they weren't in a good headspace in the past. But now it feels like this is more of the 3D world because we got a man holding a heart, a woman holding a coin, and then we have the door to romance. Like there's some type of like constraint. Something is constraining you guys or was constraining you guys from coming together in a 3D physical world. And I feel like they're just saying like just have patience and balance things out. Okay. And whatever way that is, I feel like it's more with your energy than anything. Okay. So thank you guys all for being here. And if you guys are new again, welcome. If you want to be notified of my latest videos, just make sure you hit the notification bell as well as subscribe. And I appreciate anybody that likes and comments. Okay. And if you're interested in anything else, the decks I've shown here or my other social media accounts, just check out the information below. And I always, well, on the lives, I always offer the opportunity for personals. So if you didn't catch it this time, you can catch it on the next time. You could always send it before the live so I could do it at the beginning instead of you waiting. All right. So thank you guys all for being here. I truly appreciate it. I'm just double checking, making sure I'm not forgetting anybody before I leave. And that's pretty much it. So, you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Till next time, next live. Peace, love, and light.